What's up, guys? Dusty Shaw, Holistic Fitness and Nutrition, here to get that workout in bright and early. We're gonna go in, check the weight, see where we're at, and then we're gonna hit some legs and abs. All right, guys, we're in here. We're gonna check this weight, see where we're at. So let's go flip here. All right, so 150. Put it at 2. Should be about 215 right now, so all right, 200 and 15. Switch. Let me see. So I get this. Go. A little bit more, huh? Put on 3 pounds. Yeah, 219. Climbing on up there. So that's good. That's good because how will you'll see here, you see traps, but get you a better angle. Let me go get a little bit of pump first, and then we'll show you. But hey, 219 and lean, feeling good. Look back on my progress picture. It was not long ago at all. I mean, not that long ago when I came off that wrench synergy and had it trained for, the better part of this year. And I was down to, what did I tell you guys I was down to? Shit, man. We were like down to 185. I think we got 185, 190, I think how low we got. But anyway, let's talk about pre-workout real quick. Before we get into hit the gym. So one of the things I wanted to share with you guys about pre-workout nutrition is the main mistake I see in your pre-workout nutrition. So the first place we got to start at is your pre-workout meal, which should always be 2 hours before you work out. You want to have plenty of time to properly digest that food. All right, I'm going to talk about which foods are conducive, most conducive to pre-workout. And that's going to be whatever meat and carb source digests the best for you. Now, most people, that's going to be white rice, or even granulated rice, like baby rice, all right? And then something like chicken or beef, all right? Not steak, all right? I mean like some ground beef, but chicken, if you like fish, all right? But whatever you find you digest easiest and quickest, to get some protein in you, all right? And, 40 grams of protein, 40 to 50 grams of protein, and 40 to 50 grams of carbs, all right? And just a little bit of fat in there, all right? So either the fat that's on the meat, or cook it either in some grass-fed butter or some olive oil, and that'll give you just a little bit of fat you need for that meal, all right? So you want to take that 2 hours pre-workout, preferably with some digestive enzymes. A big fan of digestive enzymes, all right? Or just eat some pineapple with it. You can also include that to your carbs, because pineapple contains bromelain, which is the protein digestive enzyme, the main one that breaks down protein. So pineapple's great to have with your protein-rich meals. All right. Now, the reason I say 2 hours is obviously to make sure it's digested properly, because whenever you're digesting food, your body sends a lot of its blood to the stomach, the digestive process. And obviously when you're going to work out, you want to get maximum blood flow, whether you're looking for a pump or just doing the exercise itself, you need that blood flow to the muscles. If it's all, or much of it is working in the stomach, then that's going to take away from what it can allocate toward the muscles, all right? One other thing to consider for you enhanced athletes is if you like to take an oral pre-workout, which I'm a fan of. I'm a big fan of like 50 milligrams of Anavar, 1 hour pre-workout, or D-ball, whatever it is you like, Anadrol or something, all right? As you're moving up there, you're getting a little more liver toxic. Anavar is going to be the safest one, all right? But if you take it with food, that oral is going to be lost in its bioavailability. Just a couple things you can do. One, eating the meal 2 hours before, giving it an hour for that meal to digest predominantly, and then because it's going to take 45 minutes to an hour for that oral to take effect for your workout, so you need to take that an hour pre-workout. So that's another reason the 2 hour meal works out. Now, the other thing to consider is to take the oral sublingually. Sublingual means you put it under your tongue and let it absorb there. It has a higher bioavailability, meaning a higher absorption rate there, and you'll get more out of it. Another thing you can do is take grapefruit or a high quality organic grapefruit juice with the oral, and that will help inhibit some of its breakdown within the liver process. Another thing you want to make sure you do is that you do not take liver care supplements while you're taking orals. You want to take them after, because it will negate some of the effects of the orals. You do not want to take those healthy liver supplements along with the orals, because it'll just null and void much of the effect of the oral, defeating the purpose of taking it. So you don't want your liver functioning perfectly and highly efficient, getting rid of every toxin and getting rid of the oral with it. So you take it when you're done using the orals. And stay away from milk thistle. Just Google this. A lot of people don't know this, but milk thistle has been showed to downregulate your androgen receptors. Just Google milk thistle, androgen receptors, downregulation. I can't believe it's in so many supplements, especially supplements for gear cycles. Anyway, best thing to take is Tudka. Amazing liver supplement. Highly recommend it. Has other benefits like helping regulate blood sugar and cellular regeneration and many things. But anyway, guys, now we're going to go into pre-workout supplement. All right. If you're taking an oral like that, then, or you're enhanced on gear, I just don't really see the wasting your money on something it's going to have as minuscule as of effect like a pre-workout supplement. But if you're going to do that, or for you natural guys that are taking it, make sure you stay away from the caffeine. All right. If you're someone that really finds benefit from caffeine, then just keep it very minimal. All right. And what I mean by minimal is, maybe like 150 milligrams or less. And you want to take like theanine and magnesium with it to help counteract. And very high amounts of citrulline to help counteract the vasoconstriction. It makes no sense to be taking these high stimulant, high caffeine pre-workouts when caffeine, just like any stimulant, causes vasoconstriction. That means it restricts your blood flow. It defeats the whole purpose of taking the pre-workout. So stay away. It's best to take one that has no caffeine or very minimal caffeine, and that should only be if you're training very early in the day. I don't care if you can sleep on caffeine. The research shows it still negatively impacts your sleep quality. So you may still sleep, but you don't get the quality of sleep. And we know that during your sleep is when you recover and the muscles heal and build. Hypertrophy takes place then. All right. Not to mention, you're not just worrying about your muscles recovering. You're also looking at your CNS, your central nervous system, and your hormones. All right. So stay away from the caffeine. All right. Now, what really the best thing you can take, besides these few natural things like citrulline, and stay away from arginine. You'd be better off taking citrulline or agmatine sulfate, which actually converts better to arginine in the blood than arginine itself. Core Pump's a good non-stem pre-workout. But better than anything is sea salt. I take 2 to 3 big pinches of large sea salt. I like Celtic sea salt, but sea salt crystals, and I put it on the back of my tongue, and then I just switch it with water. And I promise you, just try it. You'll get a better pump from taking sea salt pre-workout than you will anything else. All right, naturally anyway. And hey, if you're taking a natural pre-workout supplement, add the sea salt to it. Promise you it'll help. Let's go kill this, crush this leg and ab workout. I'll get back to you. What's up, guys? Just want to check in with you post-workout. We did legs and abs. So we started out with lying hamstring curls. This is pretty standard leg and ab workout for me, all right? So a few protocols, training methods I always stick to. So I always stick to 2 to 3 sets per exercise. Reason being, best to ever do it. Dorian Yates taught this in high intensity training. All right, before him there was Mike Mentzer, was one of the best of his time, and I think they even had earlier influences from Arthur Jones. But as you can see, with the best to ever do it are saying the same thing, which is high intensity, low volume, especially for you naturals. If you're not enhanced, you definitely should be training high intensity, low volume. All right. Just think about it logically. If more is better, and 45 minutes in the gym, 2 to 3 sets per exercise ain't enough, well then, why not, instead of doing 2 to 4 hours in the gym, why don't you just do 6 to 8 hours? If more is better, then you see where this gets stupid. Obviously, more is not better, all right? And it's not that I'm not saying train more. What I'm saying is you got 2 levers to pull from: intensity and volume. Volume is junk volume, all right? I can stand here with a 5-pound dumbbell and curl it all day long, and it will do absolutely nothing for my arm development. But if I put 30 pounds or whatever on there to where I can only get to 8 to 12 reps, and I'm at absolute failure, that's going to develop my arm. All right, and if I hit absolute failure because I've warmed up with set 1, 2, and then hit failure on the 3rd set, and it makes no sense to continue further digging a hole that's going to take longer in recovery with 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sets. And also, you cannot mentally devote yourself to maximum intensity if you've got hundreds of junk volume sets. So this is why I always do 2 to 3 sets per exercise. That's what Dorian Yates did. He's the best to ever do it. So, hey. Anyway, and that's one of the things when I have clients come to me and they're lacking results. A lot of times what I will do is I will drastically reduce their volume, up their intensity, give them more rest days, and I have never had that not yield better results. Dramatically better results. So, back to the leg and ab workout, all right? 3 sets of lying hamstring curls. I go a little bit higher reps on these, so about 12 to 15 reps. 3rd set, always the failure. From there, I do the leg extensions for the thighs, and the quads, triceps. And same thing, 12 to 15 reps, 3rd set, failure. From there, once I got my legs warmed up there, it's always good to do your, especially your hamstrings first before hitting the squats or any of the heavy leg lifts. From there, I'll go and I'll hit the squat bar, and I like the, you can alternate front and back squats, but what I like better than anything is when you got the shoulder piece over you, like powerlifter squatters use, like this. I can show you over there if you're not familiar. Just ask me to put it in the next video. But it puts it in a better position on you, and you can also get a better. You don't have the bar pushing you forward. You can get a better, deeper movement there. So same thing. That's one of the only exercises that I may go up to 4 sets. 5 absolute maximum, because it just might take me that many sets because I'm squats are one of my strongest lifts. It may take that many sets to properly warm up, because I don't want to jump, say I warm up with 135 and then 225 and then 350. Well, my max being 550, I don't want to just jump from 350 to 550, right? So sometimes I may do 4 or 5 sets with the squats to properly warm up. All right, but that's one of the only ones I can think of. That and deadlifts. All right, so after I hit that, I will go to the hack squat machine. All right, so this is the variation of a squat. It's the hack squat. I like it a lot. I'll hit that one, 3 sets. Both of these squats, I'm doing 8 to 12 reps to failure. All right, now from there, I do not train my calves because they're massive. Naturally, I don't have to train them. But for those of you that do, one of the things I recommend is going extremely heavy and very low reps. So, 6 to 8 reps. Reason being, my philosophy here, and I've heard other brighter minds say this, is you're walking on your calves all day, walking upstairs. At least if you're a man, you're working like you should be. All right. So they're getting jump volume all day, and that's obviously not stimulating. So I come in the gym and do high reps. Heavy weight that they're not used to, that's what will help get them to grow. But they're one of the most stubborn muscles to grow. They're kind of either you have them or you don't. From there, I go and do my ab core workout, and it's 2 things are my favorite. So I like to get on the dip bar that also has the back position and handles so you can hold yourself up, and I do the leg raises. All right, so, and when I raise my legs, I don't just raise them to here. Let me turn a little bit. I raise them all the way up so that I'm crunching my stomach up, so they almost come up almost to my head. So it's a full. You can also hang from a pull-up bar and just completely bring your legs all the way up, like you're folding yourself up like a suitcase, nice and slow. So up, down, up to the side, down, up to the other side, down, and you're going to do these to failure. If you can do more than 20 reps, then add some ankle weights or whatever. I don't think there's ever a reason to be doing more than 20 reps with anything if you're trying to build muscle or strength. And when I get done with that, I immediately superset with grabbing like a rope extension like this, and I'll get down on my knees and I'll crunch. All right, so your knees are on the ground and you're grabbing the rope, stretching up, and then coming all the way down and squeezing up and then to the side, and then up and then to the middle, and then up and to the other side. And same thing, heavy weight as you can so that you're hitting failure by 20 reps. And I just go back and forth for about 5 or 6 sets. And that was my leg and ab workout today, guys. So yeah, hope you try that one. It's my bread and butter favorite one, and my legs, as you can see, are one of my strongest points, so it works. All right, guys, last thing I wanted to touch on in this video is just to remind you guys of my new book, the Anabolic and Androgenic Cookbook. Really, this book, I should have broke it down into 3 books, because obviously the anabolic and androgenic part of it is how to optimize your hormones. That's the main theme of the book. All right, and I go how to optimize your hormones naturally and through obviously anabolic and androgenic steroids. So it's for natural and enhanced athletes. But I couldn't help but to add in my high intensity training methods based off Dorian Yates and Mike Mincer. But kind of how I implement it, how I found it worked best for myself and my clients. So there's training also in this book, as well as nutrition and recovery. So I really could have broken them down into a nutrition book, a training book, and hormonal, anabolic and androgenic book. But I put them all 3 together, so this is a massive wealth of knowledge, guys. The pre-sale, if you want to get it early before it's up on Amazon, it's only $30. You can't beat that. That's like $10 a book, because it's 3 books in one. This, guys, I'm telling you, you get so much good information out of this book. You want to know how to properly run a cycle of anabolic or androgenic steroids along with the post-cycle therapy, how to read your blood work. I mean, high-end knowledge that most people are lacking. or how to boost your hormones, your testosterone, HGH, such naturally, how to keep your cortisol and stress hormones low naturally. All these things. Wonderful wealth of knowledge, guys. This is knowledge. You're going to get more knowledge out of this book than you could from certainly any of your medical doctors, but certainly, or even most of your hormone doctors. All right, because this knowledge is specifically for bodybuilding, fitness. All right, so it's all the information you need to know. It's great information. It's worked for me and my clients, and it's not just stuff I came up with. I got it from the best in the business. All right, I've had to hire many coaches over the years. I've worked with many different doctors, hormone doctors, and that's how I've learned to read my own blood work and read my clients' blood work. And it's not difficult. It was really not. I'm sharing with you how to do it yourself so you can do this stuff safely if you're going to do it. All right, I always recommend people stay naturally, but if you're already doing it or you're already committed to doing it, I'd prefer you to do it safely. All right, and that's what this book is about. So anyway, guys, you get the workouts, the meal plans, the whole nine in this thing. So look below this video in the description. You'll see my email or my social media. Contact me now for the pre-sale. You can have this book today for $30. Please share this. Please like this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Click all for the notifications and share the video to anyone you may know that's interested. I appreciate you all greatly. Love you guys.